So we're going to sense current through a current relay using the hot wire and then out to the tool. The sensor will open or close a contact based on load, and then that will trigger the event on the Shelly relay and give us an indication. That aside, on the other side will be the vacuum, will be through another Shelly relay, and it'll have its original switch so you can turn it on and off, or some remote mounted switch, and then out to the actual vacuum. So cut the cord in half, strip the ends. You're going to add the white wires back together, the ground wires back together, and then the black wire back together through the amperage sensing relay. And now we're going to test it and see if it works. And just kind of get this thing in a position so you can see the light turn on when the saw turns on. Plug the power in. Don't touch any live wires. Adjust this so that the light comes on with the amount of load that is on the saw right now, as it's just running with no product going through it. Now that I've got that, shut the saw off. Now we are going to finish the wiring up of the Shelly relay to get it to report to the cloud that it's on or off. I'll explain that later and show you how to do that. It's all wired up. I'm just going to add a indicator light so that we can see that the switch is working on the amperage relay. With all that wired up and my hand safely out of the way, I'll plug it back in and give it a try. Look at that, it works. I can go ahead and adjust this so that we can see that it's sensing the current on and off. The green light is open and not enough amperage. Well, you get the point. I'm going to connect the Shelly relay for the dust collection power in, dust collection out, through the relay. Now for some magic wire cutting. Boom, everything's done. Basically just hooking up all the wires as the Shelly relay needs to have them for inputs, outputs, and control. Super simple. Just going to put a simple switch here to act as the way to trigger the dust collection, like remotely, like on a pole or something, instead of having to reach down to the switch. So I'll plug this in, give it a try. Don't touch the wires, they're hot. I'm going to label this one as dust collection. I know that's the actual collector, and then this one will be the tool side. So when I go to program, I will know which one is which. These put out a Wi-Fi signal, they connect through the cloud. This one's going to talk to that one. So I get into Home Assistant and make a new automation, name it, whatever. Let's call it Coalesced Dust. Or maybe we'll call it Collect Dust. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to name it that. We're going to give it a trigger. So we'll scroll down to triggers. We'll find the device. We'll choose the device from the drop down. And I think we want that to be the tool, because that's going to be the thing that's going to amperage connect with that other Shelly device that turns that on. And then we'll find a action which will be another device called dust. Choose dust and then make it turn on when that condition's met. Save it and try it. Right, look at that, it works. It even sucks paper. So I just kind of temporarily have it to try it out. Saw goes on, light goes on. So we know that works. Let's see. Saw goes on, it sucks that stuff right up. So that works. Turn that off. I put a little bit of a delay on it to help clear the chips out. Here's it live. Turn it on. Get about 5 seconds of dust collection afterwards. I'm going to switch it to a different tool. Now I had to go back and tune this for the lowest powered piece, which was the router. But it worked on that, so it'll work on anything higher powered than that. If I run in a sander, it won't turn it on. I could probably make it turn a sander on too, just a matter of dialing it. But maybe I don't want dust collection every time I'm using the sander because I don't have a hose connected to it. Just be a dust collection running without nothing hooked to it. But all three of these pieces connected to it seem to work just fine. Just prevents me from having to go over and reach underneath my bench to turn on my dust collection every time I start my tool. Just makes it a little more convenient. And we have a switch on the wall to, just vacuum stuff up right off the floor. Anyway, like and subscribe. Hee hee.